The Intercontinental Championship. With the design so beautiful, it makes you just want to put it on an ice cream cone, cover it in sprinkles, and eat it while getting ready to eat a whole box of pizza, specifically pineapple pizza. Because yes, pineapple does go on pizza. Although the design might not be as white and delicious looking, the Intercontinental Championship has had a comeback in prestige over the last year. After a not terrible, but maybe just mediocre, around decade or so, the Intercontinental Championship had seemed not as important. This championship at one point though was a level up to the greatness, a step just one closer to the main event. Over the last year, the champion Gunther has made it seem not even just like that, but he has made it seem more important. He has taken it up a level. So it leads to the statement I'll be answering in this video. Are we currently experiencing the best Intercontinental Championship reign ever? On June 10, 2022, Gunther had a one-on-one match with the then IC champion Ricochet. After a hard-fought battle, Gunther became Intercontinental Champion and hasn't looked back since. After that rivalry was done, his next opponent was Shinsuke Nakamura. His opponent Shinsuke made his entrance wearing a black and gold gear, which looked dope. Gunther came out with a purpose and walked to the ring with his red fit on and was ready for war. This is one of those cases of, does the man make the championship or does the championship make the man? I definitely see Gunther like he made the championship, not the other way around. The bell rang and Nakamura early on hit a flurry of kicks to Gunther, which had him reeling and gave Shinsuke the early advantage. Gunther would hit a big boot on Shinsuke that stopped his momentum. Eventually, Gunther hit his patent chop, which let's pause for a minute. This conversation should be debated. Is this the best chop ever in pro wrestling history? I mean, yeesh. I haven't really seen a meaner one. Shinsuke rolled up Gunther for a near fall. Throughout the match, Shinsuke decided to target the right arm. When he went for the powerbomb, his arm seemed to be too injured and he didn't lift him up. A splash was attempted from the top rope and a triangle choke was applied. After some seconds that looked like were causing some damage, the Intercontinental Champion powered up and lifted his way out by lifting the challenger and did a variation of a, well, I'll just show you to get out of it. Gunther eventually started to pick up momentum by hitting a dropkick. Nakamura stopped him though, kicked him in the back of the head, and went for his finish. Bam! A clothesline was delivered. Eventually, Gunther took the upper hand by dropping Shinsuke with a dropkick and powerbombing him, and that was it. Now, the reign was 73 days and counting. By this point, the Intercontinental Championship was being defended on SmackDown regularly to the point where every once in a while, SmackDown viewers know an Intercontinental defense is coming. By the time Shinsuke was gone on a break after his match, the Intercontinental Champion was looking for an opponent. His opponent would arrive in the shape of Sheamus. The Celtic Warrior had been garnering a reputation for himself over the last year and a half, I would say, for putting on fantastic programs. From matches to character work, he was really starting to get recognized for the hard work and consistency he'd been putting in. He defeated 4 other men to become the #1 contender, and everyone was hyped, but quietly hyped. Like, you knew what to expect, you knew it was going to be hard hitting, but everyone just kind of kept an eye out for it. I don't know how to fully explain it, but it was like people just wanted to wait to see how it was going to play out. Boy, was this program great. Like the commentary always stated, it was fight night. These two were ready to hype their fight up in one of the most intriguing and artful pieces of the modern era. Sheamus told Gunther that he would drag that title off his lifeless body and into the belly of the Red Dragon. Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, responded by telling him, "You are a man to be respected, but you are nothing like me. I will show you what real violence looks like. I will break you." As the ring erupted into chaos, Sheamus and Gunther stared each other down. While everything was going on, they kept staring at each other. Eventually, the chaos spilled to the outside. Still, they were staring at each other. This was great storytelling. That's all this story called for. Two big guys who were focused on one thing, and that was each other. At Clash at the Castle, it was going to be Gunther with his 3-month or so reign at stake versus the opportunity that Sheamus had, which was to become a Grand Slam champion. They started the match by trading moves. Chops and fists were thrown. Chops were hit all throughout the match, and the match was just hard hitting from crazy spots, big boots, and hard forearms. The 10 beats of the battering turned into 26, and by the end of it, a big clothesline was hit. 1, 2, 3. Gunther retained the title. A match that was rated 5 stars stole the show that night and raised the stock of the Intercontinental Championship. This program would go on when Imperium would attack Sheamus, and this built to another one-on-one match on an episode of SmackDown. Gunther and Sheamus would have a rematch that really looked like Sheamus had the upper hand throughout the match. Imperium then came out and handed Gunther a shillelagh, which he used to hit him and retained his Intercontinental Championship for, I believe, the first time using outside help. When all this was over, Gunther was looking for a new opponent. In came Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio started off the match with a push and was using his speed and agility. The size difference made it seem very spectacle-like. The IC champion picked Rey Mysterio up, put him on the top rope, and laid him down to deliver a chop. Rey went for a hurricanrana. Gunther caught him, and Rey reversed that into a powerbomb of sorts. Mysterio kept using his advantages throughout the match with fast kicks, kicks and high-flying offense. Eventually, even with a sleeper hold, he kept applying. He got Gunther down, and as Gunther was getting back up, Rey Mysterio hit this move on him, which is so satisfying. Rey went for a Hurricane Rana, Gunther caught him, and Rey reversed that into a powerbomb of sorts. Gunther would counter the momentum and hit a dropkick, which set him up for the powerbomb, which was delivered 1-2 kick out. He kicked out of his finish. He would hit a clothesline on Rey and win the match, and still Intercontinental Champion was Gunther. Okay, his reign kept going, and he had great barn burner matches after this, and the reign is still going to this day. But I want to get into my points on why I believe this is the best Intercontinental Championship reign ever, with these matches as my evidence. Yes, I said elevated, and the reason why is because I believe that after this Intercontinental Championship reign is done and over with, the IC Championship will be better than it ever has been. When Honky Tonk Man, Randy Savage, and Ultimate Warrior held the title, it was at heights that hadn't been seen and topped anything else. This IC run will, in my opinion, be up there with all of those, and it will be a matter of opinion on which one you prefer. Do you like the old school reigns better, or do you prefer this modern day IC title reign? Not to mention, whoever defeats him is going to be a made man. Who should he throw him though? I believe it should be Madcap Moss. Yes, I know he already challenged him. He's got a superstar in him, in my opinion. Right now, he's in that role of turning from a face to a heel. He's got a partner or manager of sorts. The in-ring work is there and the charisma is there. What better opportunity to make a superstar than to make Madcap the one to break the record-breaking best Intercontinental Championship reign ever? Yes, it's the best. Honestly, guys, I really enjoyed making this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Leave it in the comments below. Do you guys have some ideas? Do you agree? Is this the best IC reign ever? Or is the Honky Tonk Man, because that one was very entertaining too, or some other one your favorite? Like, subscribe, and share. Don't think my channel popping. Peace out.